We're going
And
live.
we're live. Wow. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to OGA's Mixing with Flavors. And we are back. I feel like I have been gone forever. I took like a mini YouTube / mixing vacation. I didn't go anywhere.
So it was a staycation.
I hear myself talking. Where is that?
Nope, it's gone.
Oh shit, it wasn't me. I'm like, I know
No, it
that's
wasn't you. It was me.
So anyway, last night all of a sudden I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want to go mix. I need to go mix something, but it was like 1 a.m. or something. So I was like, no, I better not. So
why not?
What? Because it was too late. I needed to get my sleep, or I'd have been sleeping all day. So anyway, I'm glad to be back. I was a little burnout, I guess. Just a lot going on last month between YouTube, getting married. What else? What else went on? I don't know. Just
getting a new cricket cutter.
Oh, yeah.
All these things add up. You know,
all my arts and crafts. Oh, and releasing one shots at DIYFlavorChaser.com.
Yeah.
That was like a big deal.
Huge.
Yes, Fidalgo, they're excuses, yet they are good excuses.
Yeah,
But
I got to
life
take
gets
care
in
of
the way
myself there,
sometimes.
Fidalgo.
Always excuses, Fidalgo. There's an excuse for everything.
I'm trying something. Just bear with me here.
Uh-oh, we're going to blow up?
We might. I don't know. I got to see if this works.
Hang on, let me get my coronavirus rescue pack.
Oh, I don't
Happy
think.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday this moment. Happy birthday to you. There you go. I'm good now. You won't catch it off me.
So anyway, welcome. Thanks everybody for joining us. And yeah, we're talking about limes. But first, so welcome back. I'm not talking to Woftam first because he just talks and talks and talks. So
he's off his fucking rocker too.
Yeah, I know. We're all we're all in good company with that.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, we have a special guest. He doesn't show up on the YouTube, I don't think, but you'll hear his voice. We have Graham Digital Drops in the
What's up? What's going on? How you guys doing? How you guys doing?
I'm
pretty sure I have.
Good.
You good?
Yeah, he sounds good too. Doesn't he sound good, everybody? Yeah.
He does. He's got very fast internet at the moment.
I do. I'm at someone's house. Can't be. It's not mine. But I also have coronavirus for sure. It's a guarantee.
Well, I have just the answer to you because just
What's
this
that?
week, and I'm going to post the link in the chat. Lars,
I'd rather have corona than come to Australia. I'd way rather have corona than be in Australia. What's
Well,
the
we
cure?
finally got Simon to stop licking the screen, so we no longer have corona either.
Stop
Oh
licking
yeah,
the
because
balls.
we were all like
we're all a bit sick.
suffering for a
Look,
little
in
bit.
chat, I just posted a link for hand sanitizer that
You should drink it.
Lars has put up on ELR. So if you are like me with the local shopping centres not having any toilet paper, hand sanitizer, tissues, all that
What
sort
do
of
you
stuff,
do?
make your own. That's what you do. There's a recipe.
Yeah, you make it
calculator.
yourself. You get
Yeah.
alcohol,
That's all we do.
That's all you need. The alcohol. Stop there.
aloe vera gel.
Ugh.
Glycerin. You use
Aloe
VG.
vera gel's
Yeah.
good for you, Graham.
And like you can add
I'm
some
like,
fragrance if you want, like some botanicals, whatever it is.
And for toilet paper, if you're really, really desperate for toilet paper, just go outside and rub your butt on the grass like dogs do.
Yeah, you just get some leaves like the hunters do. This isn't working.
They really do that?
No. No, just
If-
be
if you- if
Robin
you've
Williams.
got-
He did that in New York Park.
Oh,
If you've
yeah.
got really good aim, you can use rolling papers.
Yeah, but I feel like your fingers will go through that.
No, well, what you do is you rip a hole and
Then
stick your finger
that's
through
what
it,
hand
and you take a little
sanitizer
piece of
for,
paper and
wipe your
take it
hands
to your
off.
after.
You better use that rolling paper for something else if you're doing that.
Let me try this.
Well,
out.
I actually went to the drive-through the bottle shop here, and to buy
The
some
drive-through
beer
what?
as well. It's a bottle shop. You know, like
Australia
liquor
is
store.
so fucking upside down. I mean,
But-
you have a drive-through liquor store,
Yeah, you just drive
You
your car
really-
in, order what you want.
but
they bring it
nicotine's
to you.
illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here with this.
That's cool, Tim.
So yeah, you just drive through and like every pub's got one. So you just go to the bottle. We call them bottle-os. But I went and bought a slab of beer, which is 24 cans of beer because I'm Australian.
Oh, it works.
That's what I was just saying. Cool.
I offered to pay the guy with 8 sheets of toilet paper, which was pretty funny.
So you drove up to the bar, ordered a slab of beer, and then paid the guy with toilet paper.
Well, I tried, but they wouldn't accept toilet paper because he couldn't give me change.
Right. I'm the one that's weird for not wanting to go to Australia. Think about what you just said. Think about your life. You drove up to the bar, bought a slab of beer, and paid for it with toilet paper.
Wouldn't that be awesome if it worked?
What are you doing? Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
You go into the public toilets, get 8 sheets, and go get a slab of beer. It'd be perfect.
A slab of beer is a case? Is that what they call it, a case?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, slab of beer, case of beer, same thing.
Here it's a 2-4 or 12-pack.
A 2-4.
2-4.
Well, guys around here don't buy 12 packs. That's for pussies. They buy 2-4s.
Well, okay.
That's only 8 though.
No, that's 24 beers.
24.
That's 24 beers.
Oh, 2-4. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they call it a 2-4.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a slab or a brick here. So.
Oh, okay. 12 is kind of like takeout.
So just a cool bit of knowledge, so everybody knows.
A half a rack.
What?
Nightbot's going crazy.
One
No,
tip.
no says half rack.
Zippy has
Okay,
this
I'm not
cool
going anywhere.
device. Zippy has this cool device hooked to her phone that every time you click on her link and go to her website, it buzzes her.
Tam, I just want to tell you that those 2 links for both yours and Zippy's are 404 errors on the
mother. Bud.
Needless to say, she's signing in nonstop on herself. Right, like
because
it's vibrating.
You know how I changed a bunch of URLs.
No, I know you don't.
Listen, I don't need to sign in because somebody else is popping in and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh yeah, that's foreplay.
Yeah, that's
That's what you
foreplay.
get.
In and out, in and out.
You click that in.
The upside to the 404s, Tam, is people get to see Sharon, and Sharon's a legend. But no stress. So we just have to update the links in the Nightbot. So yeah, all good. Mine works, but everyone else's.
Yeah, yours works. Never mind. I don't want to start my French yet.
Yeah, I had to change the names of the pages so they matched the mixer.
Okay.
Oh come on! You know you just funneled everything right to you.
Pain in my
Yeah, you're right. I did. It all goes now to my stuff.
Just make them, back end. Just back into right into.
The website is his toy. He can play with it as much as he wants.
You hear that?
Last
He
time
can
you
play
told
with
him that.
it as much as he wants.
You
In
can
and
play-
out, in and out.
Yeah, it's because when I check stuff, Zippy gets all wiggly because I get on the side a few times and it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's all good.
Yeah. And there goes somebody else now.
There has been a bit on the site. There's a few new features which are kind of cool, like a calculator and a
cool?
wish list.
Way cool. Way cool.
Some shits that are in there. So stop on by. It's looking quite nice at the moment, which is good. So yeah, a couple of tweaks here and there, which is good.
Please.
But today we're on the line. Since coronavirus is all around us, we thought we'd have some lime with it.
Doesn't it say like on the back of Lysol that it kills coronavirus? Is that true? I'm pretty sure it does.
I don't know, but you can't really breathe in Lysol, can you? So if you've got it, you can't sort of like give your mouth a spray and you'll be all better.
I mean,
I think
it's vape it.
Yeah, I think it's more the alcohol content will kill any virus, but when it comes down to it. But
right.
The thing is that look, you look at all the experts and all of the information they're putting out. It's really general information because I don't think they fucking know.
I don't think so either.
you know, when
It doesn't
comes
matter.
down to
If they start shutting shit down, we're all screwed. Anyway, if they shut down my block, I'm dead. You know what I mean? So if they like start shutting down infrastructure and stuff, we're all screwed anyway. So it doesn't really matter what cares it.
Well,
Yeah,
look
that
at
COVID-
Italy,
that
mate. Italy, they've
COVID-19.
actually, I think they've pretty much told everyone, stay in your house for 2 weeks.
When?
So,
Where?
you know,
I didn't hear that. What?
Yeah, essentially in Italy, they've closed the borders.
Well, they're Italians, you know.
So
I mean-
nothing's coming in, nothing's going out. And everyone has
Usually
to stay in their house for 2 weeks and see if they develop it. And then I guess they deal with everyone.
That's house arrest.
Yeah, pretty much.
well.
'Cause-
And that's
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen is if something really nasty like this breaks out, they're just gonna lock you in your house, just like that zombie show. You're locked.
Yeah,
in.
I mean, we're saying if, but like it's happening.
Yeah,
Well,
it
It's
is.
just like what the, you know, everyone's just
I
like.
think one of
"Doo-doo-doo."
the major problems with it is that it's not a one-hit wonder. Like you can get it, get better, and then you can get it again.
Well, that's just
So-
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's really bad.
that's what happened to. It happened to I think the doctor who first started alerting people about it. He got it, got better, and then got it again and died.
That's because
So-
he's fucking. He's
Well,
around it.
that's the problem. The scientists are playing with all these friggin' bacteria and stuff, and this shit's gonna get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Plum Island. Ugh. I wish
Yeah,
they'd
look,
stop
I mean,
it.
there's we can joke
Oh,
about it
thanks.
only because at the moment, you know, everyone's worried about it. Everyone's doing their own little.
You don't have to worry about it. Everything
Right.
there's already mutated. I mean,
Well,
you're
yeah.
already in,
I mean, our town, we're a small town. We've only got two supermarkets here.
how many
On
dinosaurs?
Friday, we
I know
had
these-
toilet paper because most of the people in town are not fucking idiots thinking that toilet paper is going to solve coronavirus.
I
we
don't
had
get I don't get the solution with the toilet paper. How is
You
that?
just wrap it around your whole head, build a fort.
Yeah. You're so damn scared. Ugh.
Why not
What-
put
yeah.
an aluminum antennas on your head and
Look, it's
Push
absolutely
a few stand in the sun.
100% retarded that people think in a zombie apocalypse they
You
need,
can't say that in America.
1,000 rolls of toilet paper. But our
What a-
town, our town was all good, and then we had a long weekend. So Monday was a public holiday.
Say that
And-
again. How do you say that word? Weekend?
What?
Say that again.
Weekend, long
Okay.
weekend.
All right. See how he says it? Like a question? Okay,
Ah,
just go on. I'm sorry. I just,
yeah, I'm
But
following you.
anyway,
I'm
so-
just used to his verbiage.
Australian-
So I got it.
okay. I just wanted to make sure I
But
heard
all
that
the
correctly.
people from Melbourne came up here as tourists, and come Sunday night, there was not a sheet of toilet paper to be had in the town. There is none.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Because they're wrapping their head with toilet paper?
oh yeah, they're doing something with it. I don't know. But,
Shitty.
they're trying to buy beer with it, I think. But
Why? Wait, can you explain this? Because I don't think this has anything to do with
Uh,
coronavirus. This has everything
Graham,
to do
I'm kind of with you because I couldn't figure out what all the jokes were about the toilet paper until I started reading. It's like, what's with the
Why?
toilet paper?
But even
I
now,
think-
after he explained it, I don't get it.
no,
Yeah.
I think it's because people are buying baked beans as well, and the two go hand in hand.
With the fucking Australian jokes, can you stop it? Please just tell me what the hell's going on with the toilet paper. I'm terrified that's
buying
going to
a
happen
Well,
here.
baked beans, that's going to make you gassy.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. If you have baked beans and have coronavirus, it might make you follow through. Who knows?
Listen, the coronavirus shows up here. You're not going to need baked. I'm not going to need
You're
baked
going to
beans.
get a
I'm
little
shitting myself.
cleansing.
What
But,
is
yeah,
the
look,
deal? Why the toilet paper? Is this just like a yearly thing or a common thing there? And it's just they're putting it together because of the coronavirus?
DIY toilet paper? I would warn Australians: do not use eucalyptus leaves as toilet paper. You would
Especially when a
breathe-
koala bear's around.
Oh, here we
Big
go with the
trouble.
koala bears.
No, I mean because they go after you know what I mean. If you use it for toilet paper, it'd be down in your, you know what I mean. And they'd go after it. I don't think you'd want that. I mean,
Oh,
maybe you
Daytime
would.
Frank said he saw a guy with a pallet full of toilet paper in the back of his truck. So,
yeah, but that was in Poughkeepsie. I
so
mean,
Frank, do you know what they're doing with this toilet paper?
Have
do we
they
have to
got-
have a benefit for
I think they've
Australians with
got
toilet paper?
authenticity. They're going to have authenticity stickers on toilet paper soon, and you'll be able to use it instead of cash.
Simon, you don't tell me what the fucking toilet paper thing is in Australia. I'm gonna lose my mind. What's actually
Mate,
going on there? What's What is it?
happening,
Why?
It's happening in more places in Australia, but there's panic buying of fucking toilet paper, and there's fights breaking out in supermarkets. There's people, like going absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I still kind of don't understand. Like,
I don't either.
Do with toilet paper. If I was going to have anything, I'd have disinfectant wipes. Is what I
right.
Never mind.
CNN has an article
12 gauge.
here. Let me glance over this real quick.
He gave a shitty explanation. I don't like it.
Masks were the
like
first to go, then
No,
hand
it's like-
sanitizers. Now it's toilet paper.
Yeah.
Australia have hired security guards over the toilet paper.
Well, people are
It's a shitty
actually
job.
fighting over it. Like, no shit. Like,
No, really, no shit.
Oh, wait. An Australian newspaper went so far as printing 8 extra pages in its recent edition for emergency toilet paper.
Yep.
That's sweet.
Just in case you ran out.
Had they not done that, there'd be enough fucking toilet paper. You know what I mean? There'd be. I mean, come on, guys.
So
But that was in
here's
the
the
Northern
question,
Territory.
why? The paper does not offer special protection against the virus. It is considered a staple for impending emergencies like milk and bread are.
People with nervous stomachs.
Okay, so why
let me just share with you what's happening. This is Aussie Man Reviews, if you don't know, but this is what's happening in Australia with toilet paper at the moment.
Welcome to Fight Day. We are in my home country for this one. There is scratching, there is hair pulling, there is a buttload of
Really?
The whole place.
There is on the ground. The cure for coronavirus, a soft three-ply 24
They say it weird.
A-grade shit rag. The supermarket are stepping in. They never knew their jobs would involve diffusing conflicts.
I don't like how they're unidentifiably Australian.
You're like, you're getting a brawl over.
Yeah, like I don't get that. Like really, honestly,
They're gonna
fighting over
eat it.
toilet
Look at
paper?
them. They're animals. The whole country, dude. Let's just put a fence around it. I mean,
I might be fighting over disinfectant wipes, but
I
not.
can't be bothered paying this. But that is what is happening. Like,
well, I guess think about it. Think about like Italy right now. What did you say? They're on a lockdown. You can't leave your house. Think about if you're stuck at home for 2 weeks, cannot leave because they have everything quarantined. And what if you ran out of toilet paper?
I'd get in the fucking shower.
I have a shower.
I think the toilet paper's a filthy thing anyway.
There's water.
I mean,
well, you know, washcloths and then wash them. I don't know.
Remember like babies used to do before we had diapers? So
I go buy some baby wipes. Yeah.
Good idea,
Not like
Graham.
they
I'm
ran
going
out
to
of
wear a
cell
diaper.
Should. You're about 2 years away from it anyway. I mean,
Too late for me. I already wear them.
yeah, I've been wearing them.
People.
But yeah,
it's like the show I just watched on Netflix. They said it was made in 2016. It is just like that. And it was filmed in Atlanta. What did I say the name of it was?
Contagion? Was that it?
No.
This whole thing is just going to cause a worldwide toilet
They
paper
were
shortage.
having
And
to
that's
keep everything in. So what do you do when you keep things in?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. It was called something like that.
Yeah, quarantine, jail, hold of.
But basically,
well.
they put half the city of Atlanta on quarantine. And
Good.
People were trapped inside hospitals. And this one man and woman fell in love in the hospital. And like they made love through a shower curtain.
As you do.
Yeah, I mean, because you couldn't touch or kiss. And anyway.
But see, the problem with what's happening is that 2 or 3 idiots have gone out and bought like big packs of toilet paper. And then all these other idiots are going, oh shit, I should get some toilet paper too, just in case. And then what happens is all these people who are morons go and buy shit tons of toilet paper. And then people who just want to buy their normal amount of toilet paper.
Yeah, it's not there.
Because there's a shortage. So it just rolls into each other. But I mean, it is crazy. But anyway. Corona line.
So you shared the link for the DIY hand sanitizer, right?
I did. So Lars has put that up there. If you want to make your own sanitizer, it's pretty easy. I'll put it up again.
And I looked yesterday. There's lots of things on of course, lots of crap. But the CDC in Atlanta has lots of traffic will be off of Frank it would. There's the CDC or whatever, whoever, the government has lots of links for how to make your own hand sanitizer too. So
all you got to do is have alcohol over 60%. So
just go buy some 100 proof alcohol too.
Look, it's really simple, and more than likely you've got everything there.
Yeah, Robert, just get some soap.
If you don't have strong alcohol, it's just get some vodka, whatever. Something's better than nothing. But yeah, anyway, when it comes down to it, just wash your hands.
Yep.
Be safe.
Don't lick anybody.
But shall we get on to
what is your favorite pickup line?
Pickup line? Nice, Ted. Nice.
That's the title of the show.
Good one.
See that?
I've got quite a few lines, and I've got a new favorite. Like it's up there because. Generally limes are they're similar to lemons in that a lot of them will drop right back in a mix. So when you're mixing with lime, you've got to bear that in mind that it will settle back a little bit. There are a few exceptions to that rule. I would say probably the one that doesn't fade at all is Inawera. But
which Inawera?
Yes. Now, there are a couple of Inaweras, and it is hard to know because vendors typically just label it lime. Now, they reformulated the original Inawera.
Yeah, and that was the best.
Yeah, and the first iteration of it, you would use it at 0.1 to 0.5, and it would blow everything out of the water. It's not candy, doesn't fade. It's got a little bit of a plastic note when you first vape it, but that pisses off after a steep. And that original one will turn on you if you go high. Like, it will go really plasticky. But they reformulated it, and now you've got to use it at like 2%. So knowing which one you have is going to dictate which percentage you use.
Isn't it also shit compared to the first one?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I really wish they'd stop doing that. Like
so yeah, look, exactly, Laura. It's a pain in the ass. So while that used to be my super favorite lime, because it is now a 2% lime, it is now no longer my favorite. And because you don't know which one you're going to get.
Right.
Like, if you buy at a smaller vendor, you might get the super strong stuff. Whereas if you buy at a high turnover vendor, you might get the new crappy stuff. So for me, I don't buy Inawera lime. It was my favorite for a long, long time. And now I've just gone, nah, fuck it.
I kind of quit buying Inawera because of that.
I tend to shy a little bit. You know, there's a few that I still use, but I don't go out and buy Inawera because instead of giving it a version number, they just call it the same thing.
Exactly.
If they gave it a version number, you know, lime version 622, then, you know, it's fine. And for that reason, I tend to not buy a lot of Inawera.
Well, look at that chocolate cream. Holy crap.
Chocolate cream, milk chocolate, all the reformulations that were done a couple of years ago. They never changed the name, and some of them were so completely shit.
Yeah.
That I just sort of, if they ever change strawberry shisha though, I'm over there. I'm flying over, and I'm.
Ever change what?
Shisha strawberry.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, they better not mess with them. I got shisha strawberry, shisha banana. I got a few of the other ones. They better not screw with them.
The shisha lime from Inawera is nice, It's got a bit of a sweetness to it. There's no fade with it, but and it's like a 0.8 to 1% sort of usage in a mix. But you never know if it's going to change. So if you make an all-day vape with a inner wearer, you better make bloody sure that you've got enough to last you for a while.
I was just going to say, if you're going to buy any of those, buy a big ass bottle. So that you don't
I
have
agree.
to...
Ronnie made a good point. I mean, consistency with a flavor company is important.
Yes, it is. You
Absolutely.
can't keep changing, like just like the Holy Vanilla. They keep changing that sucker. Why? Like, I should have bought it when it first came out, and then I ended up with the bad one. Thanks, Tam.
I didn't do that.
You let me down the day I got it and told me, oh, you got the V2.
Oh, I'm like, I didn't tell you to buy that.
No.
Oh, but I gave you the
broke my heart.
Yeah, so I would say for all of inner wearer, and I know it's a tough ask, but if you make a recipe which you really, really like, the minute you know that you're going to really like it, buy a big bottle so that you remain consistent, because it is one of the massive fall downs of that company in that they change things and don't give it a different version number.
Yeah.
There's generally, with most flavor companies, there's generally a little bit of, difference between batches, but not a complete change of the recipe or
I
whatever.
don't get that. I honestly don't get it, especially when you have a flavor that sells so well that you screw with it. Why would you do that?
Well, it had to do with another flavor that was being discontinued or something in their formulation of it. So that's
with the holy, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, still,
but
I mean,
onward and upwards. My two replacement limes that I tend to use now is Flavora Lime and Flavora Lime Wedge.
Okay.
I use them as a combination because the lime wedge, while really nice, does sit right back in a mix. It doesn't, I wouldn't call it a fade. I would just say that it sits back over time. You can bolster that with
some people will argue and say it goes away completely.
It all depends on usage. I mean,
I don't have any.
I
don't
use
have any Flavora lime.
I use the two in combination. Lime, Flavora, just normal lime. It's pretty strong. 0.06 to 0.1, and you'll get a strong hit of lime. There's a slight sweetness to it. It's not a candy, but there's a little bit of a sweetness to it. And it needs probably 2 or 3 days to just settle down, and that's done. Whereas the lime wedge is more like a lime cordial concentrate, like a that you use in a bar.
Right. Yeah, it's perfect to add to a drink.
Yep.
Like
so
recipe.
Yeah. Little hints of zest in it. Bit of a sweetness.
Ronnie, that's what. Yeah.
If you do use it high, and for me, high is like over 0.6, you'll get a bitterness, which in itself can be quite useful as well. So those two I like to use together. And I would say to you, if you want a really powerful lime, I would say 0.1% of the lime and probably 0.15 or 2% of the lime wedge will be plenty.
This one screams gin.
So, with the lime wedge, I would say, if you don't want that bitterness, hang it in there around 0.4. If you want the bitterness, go up about 0.6, 0.7. And that bitterness will come through quite nicely. If you go to 1, then you won't like it. Well, you might. I don't know. I would.
Flavora lime, do not go over 0.5% ever.
Yeah.
Like,
unless you want that horrible.
Like a cleaning almost.
Well, yeah. The higher you go with each of them, you get this bitterness, not quite a pledgy hit until you get
it's not
about
pledgy.
when you get to 0.8, you start getting a slight plasticky sort of feel to them.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, they're both really, really good limes. So, and they're very different to each other. And their application is very different. It's a similar sort of difference between, you know, like the Flavor Art distilled and cold pressed lime Tahiti, but it is not the same type of flavor. One's a lime cordial and one's a natural lime.
What do you think of the VTA lime cordial?
I don't actually have the VTA lime cordial. Oh yes,
I have
do.
it, but I haven't
What
used
do you
it
think
yet.
of it? What do you think of it, Zippy? I feel like my grandpa got a hold of a lime in his pocket. It tastes like.
I just smelled the bottle and it actually screaming gin at me. Like
it's a lime syrup.
It's very artificial.
It smells really good. Like I'm just smelling the bottle. Like I haven't tried it yet, so I mean I have no idea. But just smelling like it really smells fresh. If that's a word, it smells fresh.
I get a syrupy lime cordial, which is good for a cocktail.
What's a lime cordial? What is a cordial? Because they have a cherry cordial.
Is like you put like a little bit in the bottom of a glass, fill the rest with water, like a concentrate, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Smell, don't taste.
Yeah.
Michael Morris. Yeah. If you use it that high, I'm sure there's other things in the recipe that's like making it not so. What's the word? Calming it down, if you will.
Like. That lime cordial is the only Vapin lime I don't like. It smells like
tasted it. I don't like it much either now.
It's like your grandpa like, put his cologne on and shoved his pockets full of limes. It's not good.
Yeah, no, it's gross. It smells good, really but it don't taste good.
Well, if you're going to use it between 1 and 1.5% in a mix, I would say for the lime cordial. I'm not a massive fan of it because there are better.
Pine sol. There you go. That's the word.
Actually, you know what? On my hand, that's what it smells like on my hand. Is pine sol.
Yeah.
Oh.
On the VTA line. On another note, the Persian lime.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That lime is a very, very good lime.
Shisha too.
Okay, making notes. Persian.
The Persian lime for me works in a really good combination with TPA key lime 1-to-1. It doesn't fade. You can use it at about 1.5% in a mix. It's got good sour notes. And the TPA offers a sweetness to it, so the pair work really well together.
You probably haven't used the Flavor West, right? The Flavor West key lime?
No.
Yeah, you don't like Flavor West. I've been using Flavor West key lime lately over TFA, which I usually do use.
Mm-hmm.
And have you been using it, Tam? Have you tried it?
I have tried it. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I like it a little bit better, just a little bit. But
okay, well, that would probably work in combination with the Persian as well.
Oh yeah.
So you know the Persian lime's got a little bit of flesh, a little bit of fleshiness to it, and some zest. So it's a good sort of balance between the two.
Right.
I'm assuming because it's Flavor West, the Flavor West has a sweetness to it too, which is.
Yeah, a little bit. I just know most people probably haven't tried or don't think of Flavor West as having a decent key lime because of TFA always been like fairly popular. So it's actually not bad.
TFA, the TFA TPA key lime is a really good lime.
Yeah, it is.
You know, if you want to do a key lime tart, the perfect lime for it because it has that sweetness to it. And I would use the TPA key lime in combo with the Persian lime, probably 1% of each. You get a really nice lime. Throw in. Go on, Tam, sorry.
No, go ahead. There was a recipe I wanted to mix before the show and I didn't get to. But I'll share it. It's one Pippa mixed live yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, on her show. No, on Monday. Persimmon orange cheesecake, and she used Persian lime at 0.25%. And it looked really good. She used some pastry zest with it.
Yep, I can see that working totally. So
It just looked really good.
If you do a combo of limes, for a key lime pie is not a really difficult ask. If you go Persian lime 1%, key lime 1%, and throw in some condensed milk, like
meringue tart,
you get that key lime cream pie. If there's two condensed milks, like going a little bit off sidetrack, there's two condensed milk which I really like. The RF condensed milk, the Real Flavors, which is a sweetened condensed milk, but the Saluba Rome condensed milk is not sweetened. So if you use the SA condensed milk, then you will need that sweetness that you get through the key limes.
You don't like Pearliums?
I haven't got it, mate. It's I haven't done an order from Nick River for a while.
I've just got two. I've got the Real Flavors condensed milk, and I've got the FA condensed milk.
I like to spill FA condensed milk in my room sometimes and forget I spilled it.
No, it's gross. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Spill milk everywhere, man.
I do that on purpose sometimes. I get a 30 ml and just dump it.
No one will go in there after that.
Yeah. I actually did that.
Don't buy FA condensed milk. That's
not great.
That's my.
And if I use FA condensed milk, it's like at 0.2.
What for? What would you use it for? In case you didn't have enough disgustingness in your recipe, you want to just add a little bit more. I mean, what the fuck?
It was buried in the cheesecake. Damn it, Kay.
Yeah, but like we don't need it. That's like that mascarpone. I love the idea of it. I hate the actual practice of it. No one can use it. It's ridiculous.
In my own defense, I only had FA at first until I got the Real Flavors.
Oh, I know. We made atrocious shit back in the day. I understand that.
Yeah, you
but now that you know,
had back then.
We were sort of lucky. We were sort of lucky back in the day that some of these tanks didn't produce very good flavor.
Yeah, I used to use Dr. Pepper syrup. I'm not kidding. I used whatever the fuck I wanted to, because who knew?
Yeah, that's it. I'll give it a try. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be another thing to talk about.
You have to try the shit first, Graham, before you get to the good stuff. Okay.
Of course.
So I had to try the shit first. Okay.
Of course, but you only used it once, right? See, she went back. It's documented.
I only used Real Flavors.
More in the bottle.
Thank God for women to go back to shit. Trust me.
No, I'm not going back to shit. I did the shit. We're in the good shit now. So the other shit can sit there and collect dust because I use the good shit.
We talk about probably the two most well-known limes, and they're the two from Flavor Art, and they're both really different to each other. Right, so you've got lime, and people quite often, vendors do not specify which one it is. They just say lime tahini, and you go,
say that again.
Which one? Yeah. Because there is a massive difference between the cold press and the distilled. The cold press, probably up to 1% is enough. It's a little bit of a grower, so I'd sort of start probably at about 0.5% and work up if you need to. This is that one there. The cold press is lime juice with a slight tartness.
Cold press wouldn't be the grower, right? Is that what you're saying?
Sorry?
Cold press wouldn't be the grower. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah. It grows a little bit in a mix.
Well, okay.
So
give it a break. It's cold.
It's lime juice, like, so you use it in your drinks or whatever where you need a lime juice, right? Let it sit for a few days, let the throat heat calm down. It sits back a little bit in a mix. Now, the difference between that and the distilled is stronger by about a factor of 2. So if you're using 1% of cold press, use 0.5% of distilled. And the distilled is straight up lime zest, right? It's bitter, it's got tartness to it, and it will stamp on a shitload of things at about 0.5%. So the two are distinctly different. So it's hard sometimes to know which one you have got. I would suggest that if you taste something really zesty, then you've got the distilled. If you taste a natural lime juice, then you've got the cold pressed.
Yeah, Frank says put cold press in your Corona.
Yep, 3 to 4 drops in a Corona, not virus, in a beer. But but yeah, it's good. So they're distinctly different, zesty and not zesty. So horses for courses use the one.
Yeah,
that's
I agree, Daryl. So lime Tahiti has a fizzy flavor, he says. So it's almost, and I agree, it can give that little bit of almost like a soda base, a little bit to it.
Yeah, it's the bitterness, the bitter tartness that sort of gives it that feel.
I agree with that. I think a lot of limes do that.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, especially Capella's lemon lime and
citrus soda.
Citrus, yeah, and lemon lime.
Vape Train lemonade.
Winter flavors.
Yeah,
right.
See, I mean, using limes and lemons and stuff to boost the naturalness in fruit is a gimme. Like, I mean, and you can use either or. It just gives your berries and whatnot a bit of a lift. And everyone needs to have their berries lifted every so often.
I do twice a day.
Have our berries lit? Is that what you said?
Lifted. Berries
lifted. Oh.
I do one at a time.
Just one.
Just one twice a day.
Oh, okay.
Then they can go about their business.
So yeah, look, and citrus is the ideal thing, and you can use a lot of citruses to do it. You can use lemons, limes, some oranges.
What about kumquats? Can we use kumquats?
No,
there was almost a kumquat flavor. You know that? You know the dirt on that? Yeah, Wonder Flavors had on their like second release had a kumquat, and I guess it was like flammable enough to blow up 19 planes at once, so they didn't put it through.
Oh my god!
We can't do this one.
Yeah, like I think that's pretty. I'm pretty sure that's accurate on why they didn't release it. But do we need a kumquat? Are we missing it?
I don't know. I've never gone looking for a kumquat, so
no, I have never.
Me neither.
I'm
never
sure
have I
somebody
ever
out there that wishes for it. I don't know.
Now I want a kumquat.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, me neither.
It's
sounds fun.
I wanted to ask you about. Hi, Forrest in the chat. If you've tried, is the lime from? Oh shoot!
Who? What?
Decadent Vapors.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually like the lime from Decadent Vapors. There's a couple of them. Their key lime pie is lime forward, hint of pastry. It's not that sweet, which is
what are you talking about?
The Decadent Vapors key lime pie.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about.
I'm going to go into the
rambles.
Decadent Vapors lime zinger in a second.
He gets
that's what I'm
keywords.
Of. What the mess? I'm like, that's what it tastes like, lime zinger.
The reason why I'm doing the key lime pie first is because the key lime pie, the lime in the key lime pie is the same lime as the lime zinger.
Oh, I thought
you said a trigger word, and Simon just went into his syllabus.
No, I don't, because I got lime zinger. I'm going to be talking about lime
because
zinger.
it was a K and K came before L.
Turned into a fucking robot. He went right to the top of his outline.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
But there is a connection, and that's why I did the key lime pie first, because the lime zinger the key lime pie is exactly the same lime as the lime zinger.
Okay.
So it's just basically minus the pastry. So the key lime pie has the lime plus a pastry. The lime zinger is just a lime with no pastry.
Oh, call it like lime yogurt that calls itself key lime pie without any. It's just not. You know what I mean? Yogurt that calls itself key lime pie but doesn't have crust or whipped cream or any of that shit on it. God damn it.
But yeah, the lime zinger is really good. 2%. The key lime pie probably 3%. So, but it's got a little faint bit of zest to it, but a lot of fleshy, good lime. It's a really tasty flavor. Did you pick that one up? Did you, Tam?
I don't think I have the key lime pie, but I have the lime zinger.
The thing with the lime zinger is I haven't noticed any fade with it at all. So it stays pretty much where you put it and doesn't drop back, which is a bonus. So the two of them, you could if you wanted to boost the lime in the key lime pie with the lime zinger and just drop that pastry note right out if you wanted to. But Graham's being mean to me. He's picking on me.
What about
Yeah,
bananas,
he
Simon?
is.
What do we do with bananas? Do you put key limes in bananas ever?
Stick the bot on them.
Why not?
I'd say I have, Graham.
I'm just wondering. I mean, if you, I'm trying to see what other keywords you have that shoot you into a robot. I love it. I love it.
Oh my God! Listen.
No, there was a reason why I went to the key lime pie.
He's a key lime. She's it. Oh shit! If they get the zinger before I.
Doing what Wayne's was doing earlier, and he was talking about. Listen to this. No,
Yeah, it's drowning.
Yeah, I'm like, mine never does that, and all of a sudden it started doing it.
Yeah, I noticed you were whistling earlier. I noticed you were whistling.
Yeah, yeah, I never do that. Yeah.
I know exactly what you did, Simon. There was space between lime pie and zinger, and you weren't gonna let it open. I love it. I love it. How many limes do you have written down?
How many?
Who, me or him?
Simon. How many do you have? How many
limes
do you have written down?
I don't know. Maybe I've only got one left to talk about, so not many. Probably about 10.
Well, because he blazed through that list, he didn't let us go off on tangents. You zinged us right back into zinger this right back into.
I got some he doesn't have, so there you go.
Yeah, no, Tam's got the next lot, so all good. I got one more.
Ahead,
I'll do my one, then I'll just shut up and won't lecture anyone or say nothing.
Try some weird ass concentrate, like some weird Far East. No one's ever
heard of. You're right.
It's like
it is
mini micro midget lime. What is it? Let's hear
it. It's Wonder Flavors lime.
Hey, that's a good lime. That's not a bad lime. Yeah, I got a lime. Hey, God.
So it's a fairly common one too. 0.5 to 1%.
Go ahead.
No, great.
Sorry.
0.5 to 1%. For me, it's not sour, and it's quite similar to the cold pressed from Flavor Art. The two, I would say you could sub with them. It wouldn't be too hard. Percentages have changed slightly, but yeah, you could sub out the cold pressed for the lime from Wonder Flavors without too much work. But,
you could probably sub that out with almost every lime too, right? Like it's a super unidentifiable lime, but it's it's like
kind
Flora.
of a generic. Yeah. So yeah, look, I mean, as far as versatility goes, yeah, that's probably the most versatile of the limes, in that you can sub most limes for that and still get a really pleasant vape. So
right.
So and Ronnie's hit it. Yeah, you can boost it up with a bit of malic and citric and done.
DIY Flavor Shack lime. Has anyone got that?
No. Do you tell us about it?
I did. I had it, and then it ate through its own fucking bottle, and then ate through the acrylic that it was sitting in. And I swear to God, that's a true story. It ate through its own bottle, and then ate through the acrylic stand that it was sitting in. What is that? That's probably not good for you. I'm no. Maybe the reaction between like the 19 different limes they put in there may have caused that. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I saw that with plastic, and I think it was PPA pineapple.
Hold on.
It just destroyed the plastic. So there are obviously some limes, some citruses.
Vape Train pineapple?
No, TPA.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it. Okay.
What were they using early on that was like doing that? That was eating through like plastic and cutting through like.
A lot of citrus vapes would do that back in the day.
And banana.
Not to put anything citrus in a.
FA Lemon Sicily did that too.
Anything acid like that had citrus or like a lemon or lime, they would say do not put in a plastic tank, which is interesting. How do you think some of these vapes that have lemon and lime and citrus do in pod systems that are primarily plastic?
Yeah.
I think they're probably using a different plastic at this point, because I think that it's either they're using a different plastic or because they didn't change the recipes, right? I mean, it's just they're using.
I mean,
I think you're right too, Graham. I think it's just a different plastic that they're using rather than the same stuff.
Oh
they
yeah,
used to
because
use in
my
the old
lemon Sicily is
thing.
really old bottle. So
But now I'm done with my list. I'm going to just cross my arms and let Tammy do the rest of the talking. Off you go, Tam.
I can't believe you're done with your list.
I know, isn't that shocking?
You didn't
I have
have any. Never mind. Go ahead. So, really, the only things I think I got to go through my list now. Damn it.
I
What
have no list.
that I have that I don't think he mentioned for sure was Mullenberry's green lime. And I actually used it today in a recipe because, well, I wanted to try it. I hadn't really tried it in a recipe before. And it's actually really nice. It gives a nice, let me see what I wrote down. I can't read my stuff.
I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, I really did like it. It gives a nice, it's almost like a key lime juice, but it has a little bit of zest to it.
Right.
Not just a green lime. So it goes well in a lot of different recipes. Like, it can go in fruit sodas or even candies or pastries or creams or anything like that.
Which one? Sorry, which one was that again? Mullenberry?
Green
Green
lime.
lime, not to be confused with purple lime. Right. I'm glad they
Yeah.
No, but
glad they clarified that.
you said Mullenberry though, didn't you, Tam?
Mullenberry from green
Mullenberry.
lime.
Is it a sweet, Tam, or is it a natural?
No, it's not sweet. I would not say it's sweet at all, but you still need to crank it up. Like, I used it for a lime, in my opinion, I normally would not go very high. And I used it, I think I used it at 2% or more. I need to double check because let me double check again what I used it at. Isn't that weird?
That seems right. 2 to 4 probably.
Yeah, like as a primary flavor, about 5.
It's super clean. It feels like.
Yeah.
Like if that's a good description.
My recipes. Let me pull it up. I did a lemongrass and lime. I used the new Mullenberry zesty lemongrass, which is actually really nice. It's not and I used it at 1.5%, which I thought, oh my God, I would never use that out. But let me see, green lime, I used it at 1% because I was just accenting the lime from Flavora, which I only used at 0.25%. Because if you use that just like can take over a whole mix. But I need to
no. Put that 7% every time. Flavora lime 7%.
Yeah. But this
cactus.
turned out really good actually. And I'm like, this is so not in my wheelhouse, but I wanted to like kind of get out of my wheelhouse a little bit with this. And it turned out really good because I used that cream custard from Wonder Flavors because I didn't want any egginess or vanilla custard in with it. I just wanted a regular custard. And this isn't really a custard. It's more of a cream. Yeah,
cream,
like a heavy cream.
Would you compare that to, I just want to get an idea. Would you compare that custard to like Vienna cream? Is it along the same line or no?
I don't know. I haven't used Vienna cream in so long.
Likewise,
Yeah.
should do that.
So I can't really even go there.
Okay. No, I just want to compare.
I can't go there even.
I always resort to Vienna cream if I want something heavy. So I was just kind of wondering how that.
Yeah, I got you. No, but I wouldn't say this is super heavy. It's just it's lightweight cream.
All right. Okay, cool.
But not even, yeah, okay. So, but I'll share this recipe. It turned out really good, lemongrass and lime, but I liked it. But so where am I going next? Green lime. We did lime from there. We did lime cordial, lime Tahiti, cold pressed distilled lime wedge. You did lime zinger, Persian lime. We did.
Yeah.
Shisha.
Add some.
Shisha lime from Vape Train. Who has that?
Yep,
Excellent.
That one.
Not me.
Excellent flavor. Yes, it's like a real lime. Let me pull it
Shisha.
up. It's
I'm
like
getting
a
more
really-
lime, so people are making me buy it.
Super
it's like a lime
shisha.
juice, like a lime
Right.
juice with the tartness.
How do you compare it to Inawera shisha? Or do you?
I don't know that I have. Wait, it says
I think they're super similar. Like,
yeah, a lot of their shishas are kind of similar, but
yeah.
not the same.
Yeah,
And
I
this
mean,
one,
There's-
I would say around 1-2%, depending
with
on.
the vape train shishas, are they similar in their nature? Because I only have one or two of them. Are they similar in their nature in that they are on the sweet side, but a natural backing?
and wet.
Or there's sort of like the shisha lime is that a sweet lime with a natural lime behind it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that.
Yeah, it's a sweet lime. Yeah, it's a very sweet lime with some tartness behind it.
Yeah.
Just say natural.
Stuff like
Natural,
that.
not natural behind it. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, the only thing in Vape Train in their shisha that's kind of odd is their double apple. That is the one that is actually a tobacco.
Oh, yeah. That's not fucking the weirdest flavor of all time. What is that? What is going on there with their goddamn black licorice apples? What the hell is going on there?
Black licorice apple?
It's just all
What
kinds of weirdness.
What? Vape Train mango juice? Oh my gosh, I love that flavor.
It's a good flavor.
Yeah,
I like that flavor.
They only have like that one mango. So really, we got to appreciate it.
But
How many mangoes do they have?
But they all, that's why we got 5,000 mangoes, because everybody's got different ones they like.
We only need one. Everyone knows that.
Delosi?
Duh.
You only need one.
Have you tried Delosi mango yet?
No, I haven't, mate.
See,
I haven't.
that's what I'm telling you. It's
Apparently, I need
currently-
500 mangoes.
Currently,
you
my
just need 500
favourite
mils of
mango is-
Delosi.
Yeah, Roni's saying it's nice. It's not, okay, but did I read that right? Stay away from, yeah, weird.
Okay, yeah, well.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, yeah. I need
GoldenEye.
to pick up that one too.
I gotta pick it up. It's on my list.
GoldenEye is
It's big.
fantastic. The thing is with GoldenEye is that there's something in behind it that I can't quite identify. So it's mango.
Somebody's eye, I think.
Look up GoldenEye in the
You're
Urban
making me
Dictionary.
buy it. You're making me buy it.
Mango and eyes. There's something in behind it though, and I'm not quite sure what it is. So it's not just a straight mango.
You know.
And you're making me
See,
buy
Michael,
it.
you just don't like mangoes. That's all it is.
Only because I can't identify it.
I'm
I'm not
joking
saying
with
it's
you,
not
buddy.
good.
You're not even Spanish.
Spanish? Who's not Spanish?
Just look up GoldenEye on the Urban Dictionary.
Ronnie says he
Yeah, no,
sends
probably
some
not.
sour sop behind the sweet and sour mango.
That's
Okay,
quite
let me
possible.
see what I missed. Let me go. Cactus lime from Inawera.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I don't have it, but I've heard.
Well, let's just put it this way. If you like the original lime, that was really good, and now they have the new lime, it's shit. So
Oh,
That's true.
well, you
And
got
then
my
cactus
hopes up there
is
for
shit.
half a second.
Cactus is shit as well. So,
so
double shits. Don't go to Australia.
Yeah, there's no toilet paper if you get the shits.
I have a lime that no one has probably.
What is
Twisted
that?
sketches.
Delosi.
Sketches.
Guarantee you he's going to say
No.
Delosi.
No, why would I do that?
Okay, well,
Twisted
I don't know.
sketches.
Twisted Sketches. What is that?
Twisted sketches, coconut lime.
Coconut.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
it is
interesting.
off, Graham.
I'm just saying it feels like two flavors. I don't know which ones.
Coconut lime.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's a
love
coconut
mango.
lime.
Well, by who?
Twisted sketches.
Who the fuck is that?
You know, smoky blue.
Oh, this is okay.
That's not
Seriously.
Twisted Sketches. That's
Yeah.
Twisted something else.
Well, what is it? Twisted what? Twisted. It ain't Twisted 420. It ain't Twisted Sister. Twisted titties. It's Twisted Sketches. It is coconut lime. Also, what about
I don't know.
mojitos? Right? Isn't that lime? A lot of them.
So
It
a
depends.
flavor that we forgot about last week, because not last week, week before, we talked about lemonades. So we talked about a lot of the lemon limes and stuff last week. And maybe we did talk about it, but I don't remember that we did. Was Flavor R Aurora.
Good flavor.
I have that one.
Excellent
have that
flavor.
one.
I just
I've
want
used it
to
for a long time,
talk.
but I have it.
What's
Robert
Simon?
Knight asked, Robert Kite asked in chat about what does shisha mean.
Okay.
It depends where you're from.
If you're from Jalalabad, it means a wet ass tobacco that you smoke out of a hose.
Yeah.
With hose.
Yeah. So generally, really sweet syrup that you can add to tobacco for a hookah pipe. So
A hooker pipe.
Yeah,
you
it's
say?
what you see every hooker smoking down in the corner, mate. It's just...
Oh, you said hookah.
Hi, big
All right.
fan.
Hookah. What hookah?
But yeah, generally they're syrupy and sweet. But it depends where you're from as to the definition of how sweet. Sometimes
Hey,
not sweet at all. Sometimes they have tobacco, sometimes they do not.
hookers are syrupy and sweet here too, Simon. Don't go fucking.
I think it's the same.
They're not
line.
the only one. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's pretty universal, brother.
That's probably the one constant. There you go.
Yeah, definitely like sticky.
So
Um,
I mentioned Aurora. Do you have that, Simon? Aurora?
No. Should I get
It's nice. It's just similar to where am I going with this? Almost like lemon.
like a
No,
lemon lime
like,
soda with flowers in it.
almost like if you took lime, cold pressed, and lime, not cold pressed, distilled, and combined them together in a way.
So
Got mayo fuzzy.
zesty lime with flesh
With flowers, with a hippie and a hooker.
and a hookah.
Yeah, it's part of their like
Emotion is emotion.
yeah,
Their feels
emotion,
line.
like like high line, whatever.
Their feels line. Their
Where they
Feel good
give
line.
up
Post
Yeah.
Malone line. Ugh.
totally random name that doesn't tell you what the flavor is, and you have to guess.
Yeah. Their Chiba
Yeah,
line.
exactly. Aurora, yeah.
God damn it.
It's
Emotions line, Michael Moore.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Emotions, yes. It's the
The
emotions
feels.
line. Yeah.
but you know, there's some of that line is really good. But you're always buying it a little bit blind because it doesn't even give you an indication of what it's meant to taste like.
But this
well.
in a lemonade is excellent. It's almost like using a fizzy sherbet from.
Yeah, that's exactly a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Hey, well, Zingling tells you exactly what it is, and can you describe that there, Simon? Lingling? Yingling? What is that one? Tell me what that is. Yingling. Ying ying.
Yeah.
It's got a Y and an L real quick next to it, so try to pronounce it.
Ylang.
Ling. But you can't say the two. You can't say the first word and then the second word differently because they're the
herb,
same fucking
isn't
word.
it?
They're the
That's a
same
herb.
word.
That's
You can't
like
go
a
yin
floral-
lang. There's two different words. There you go. Even in Australia. But you got to say them both the same because they're the same words spelled with in the same order with the same letters. So you
The
can't.
Y
they
is
can't be
silent,
pronounced
Michael
different.
Morris says.
So it's just
Ylang,
ling and I've
ylang.
been
Ylang,
torturing
ylang.
myself with the Y for 5 years.
But that's a floral. Lang Lang is a floral.
Yeah, it's in a lot of perfumes in the fragrance.
Yes.
It's just ling.
Just give up.
Yeah, it
Ylang,
lost all
ylang.
sparkle.
Yeah,
Ling. Big deal.
ylang. That's what
Yeah.
it's called. Ylang.
Oh, I could have done that too. I could have yelling. Right? Oh, see, that's so much easier. I'm trying to make it like an immediate right after
But
Go ahead.
it's a floral, mate. They use it in those little oil burners to make shit smell nice.
No, without using an oil burner.
Incense. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, like incense. Like, okay. But wait, why would they sell that as a flavor? You don't smoke flavor.
Because some guys like to make floral juice. That's why.
That's weird. Floral juice. You know what I mean? Yuck.
Yeah, it's got hibiscus, rose.
Yeah, but hibiscus isn't really a flower, neither is. I mean, It's not a floral.
No,
really.
it's not a flower, but it's got like a floral taste to it. Like
Like
I'm not
honeysuckle.
I'm not overly fond of it. I bought it, but I don't really care for it.
Use it
A
like
while
in,
back, I bought FA Jasmine, and I thought, oh, I'll have a bit of a play with this, and I didn't get round to it. And then when I was shopping again, I thought, oh, geez, I think I'll buy some FA Jasmine and
9
have a bit
bottles.
of a play with that. So now I've got 2 FA Jasmines that I haven't touched, and I haven't heard good things about. So yeah.
I knew a girl named Jasmine. Same thing. never touch her good things. What about the mojito Havana? Does anyone have that? Anyone have that on hand?
I
No.
don't think
The
I
only
don't have that.
mojito I have is Flavor West mojito.
Fuck. I need someone to smell it or taste it and tell me that it's not like a perfect Coke, like Coca-Cola.
Oh, really?
Like, oh yeah, like by itself, perfect Coca-Cola.
Huh.
Mojito
No,
Havana.
I just have Flavor West mojito.
How's that? Blackberry mojito?
I have
Who's that
luxury
one from
mojito.
Graham? The Havana, the Mojito Havana.
TFA.
TFA. No.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's crazy that would be like the perfect Coke, right?
That is in. I know that's how you say her name or his name. Savage is in the chat, and the Y is silent.
Vet.
Who said that? Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying
Yvette. Yvette.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
even that, you wouldn't go ee. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, you
you
would.
can almost see that. I still can't say it. I want to do the. I want to make it work. But the elite, you know,
Yvette.
Yvette. See,
Maybe we
that
should
is.
call it Ilang Ilang.
Oh, God.
No, that's not.
What other
Now,
flavors
Reese-
you got, Tam?
Oh, that was it. That was it. I just brought up Aurora because I thought of it last minute.
Okay, well, I'll show my recipe.
Yeah,
that
I was gonna.
made.
I was going to you next. What did you
Okay.
have?
I don't listen. I don't hide the fact that I've not been a big fruit person because fruit scared me. But a couple of people have been scrolling me into fruits. I'm actually starting to like them. So
You know, Simon, he's a big fruit.
I tried fruits
He just kind
early.
of grows on you.
Well, no.
Like
Hang on.
Either that or he
Let
just
Oh, no, you don't.
pounces on
rephrase
you.
this. When you get somebody that actually can mix some fruit, then it's all
Yeah.
good. That's why I'm
Oh, yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
digging fruits. I tried fruits that were not good and turned me off fruits.
You don't have to tell us. Go ahead.
I got a
Okay,
secret
so
for you. The
this
fruits
is
were
what
turned
I
off for you.
made. This is what I made. If it shows up, come on. I called it Sublime Cheesecake. Of course, it's a cheesecake.
Nice.
I had to do this. So I used one of my favorite cheesecakes, Lorraine. I used that 2.5% because I didn't really put it with another cheesecake. I used the Real Flavors cookies and cream for the crust. This is actually from a real food cheesecake recipe I made, and it called for like chocolate cookie crust. So I used the cookies and cream for the crust at 2.5%, and I use golden butter just to give the crust that little, that because you squish it in with butter. I gave it, and I use that at 0.2. I never go over 0.2 with the golden butter because it tastes horrid. I did use lime Tahiti cold press at 0.75%. And I used the cold press because to me it's a sweeter lime. Threw in pistachio with it, and at 3.5%. And I did make, this is my second version, to be honest. I decided that it needed some sugarloaf pineapple. I threw that in at 0.5%.
The Red Beast thinks you should put some guava in it.
Red Beast. And of course, I added the sweet coconut. It actually turned out really well. I'm actually impressed at my attempt at fruit.
It looks nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you. So I will make this public because I am happy with it. But because it's got the cheesecake, please leave it for 2 weeks.
Boy, I hope it does
Right.
better than my recipe that was named Sublime, because it did not do good at all. It's bullshit. I wish I would have named it
Not Sublime.
not Sublime. I wish I would have. I don't know. Like, I'm just an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, that looks really good, Zippy. Like, ridiculously good.
Thank
But-
you.
Yeah.
I'm getting braver. These guys are helping me get braver at. I'll stop sharing. At using fruits, because I was so turned off by a few mixes I made of somebody else's that I could not do fruit anymore. I didn't want to play with them.
Don't play with the fruits.
No,
Simon's
don't
been
play
playing
with
with
the fruit.
fruits for a
Don't
while.
squeeze the lemons. Don't
No.
squeeze the lemons.
He puts on a fresh blue shirt and he goes out and plays with those fruits like you've never seen anybody do ever.
Oh my gosh.
Puka
Yeah.
shells and all.
That blue shirt, I tell you.
You got blue shirt and puka shells. I know you.
Actually, I'm gonna share a couple of recipes.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of them is from Southern Mixer. I really like this one. Unfortunately, though, it uses the Inawera biscuit. I don't think it's changed. A lot of people say it has. I don't know, but
I don't think
Close
they've
enough.
changed the biscuit. I don't think they've touched the biscuit.
yeah, I don't know.
Did.
There's
It doesn't
could go
matter.
either way. I mean, it's a different color. It smells different in the bottle, but after
Oh
it's
yeah,
freezing,
you were
Jenny,
saying.
how you
that.
doing?
Use your imagination.
but,
It's all right. It's
if
fine.
you want a decent lime cookie, that one is really good. I'll share
That
the link
looks
in
good.
It's a very simple recipe. The lime in it, lime it to your taste. All right. So
I
when
agree with
you're,
that.
You know,
Almost all recipes, right? Lime to your taste.
Yeah.
And
So,
I also think you should do it afterwards too, after you steep it. Maybe add another percent. What do you think about that? I do it every time with lime.
yeah, no, not so much. But I mean, if you know where your lime's gonna, I'll just share that in chat. If you know where your lime's gonna end up, like that one, you know, you can go
ahead.
1 to 3 drops in a 30 ml of Flavora lime. 3 drops will be really lime forward. 2, obviously a little bit less, and 1 quite a subtle lime. So you know, that's a really nice recipe, and I still do make that every so often. It's quite tasty.
You think 33
I'm gonna try
drops?
That. It looks actually really good.
No.
You think 3 drops in a 30 ml after a steep is going to be enough?
Yeah.
Really? See, I don't find that ever with lime. I think they fade, and I don't think they're sharp enough. Usually.
But that the
10%.
idea of that particular recipe is that it's a really subtle lime. That's
I
the
like
idea
subtlety.
of it. So the lime is meant to sit in behind the biscuit, which it does with that one. So
yeah, limes do fade out. Like I don't know. I don't know.
It's the same with most citruses. They start pretty strong. And people say it fades because it drops back in a mix. But when it comes down to it, there are other flavors that they don't call fading flavors that when you first mix them, they're really forward as well. So I think it's just in the nature of lime in that it sits back in the mix. There are some which will stay relatively the same, but and again, there's some that will grow. But the Flavora lime is a pretty strong flavor for me. I use, when I'm doing that one, I use 0.04%, which is really high. Sorry, 0.02%, which is really quite high for the Flavora lime for me, because I want that to have a really punchy lime at the end of the steep.
Yeah, you just must. I guess people are sensitive to that. I'm just not. I guess.
I mean, a lot of citrus will sit back, like oranges and lemons and bells and St. Clemens.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? What is that?
Somebody on my site.
You're sitting on your phone again.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that,
didn't refresh.
get off your.
Pardon?
Which keen lime do you have, Beast? No idea. But
I
try it with a
actually
little
like
bit of,
the TFA key lime pie is actually pretty good. I don't mind that one.
yeah. Look, it's a nice flavour. There's a lot of there's a couple with limes. There's a couple that really stand out as excellent, and the others sort of you can all group together and say, yeah, they're good. You know, and for me, that Inawera lime pre-reformulation was the bomb, and I used it heaps. But yeah, now not so much, which is unfortunate. But we lost Graham. Good, no one teasing me now. I can talk.
Oh, I'm on mute. I just realized that.
We weren't ignoring you, Tam.
Nice.
But yeah, look, I mean, lime is one of those ones that you either like or you don't like, I guess. You know, it's same as a lot of flavors, but each and every lime is completely different, and you can't say that about some like strawberry, say, because there are a lot that are the same, but each and every lime has its own, I don't know, slight little twist to it. And again, I've said it 100 times, I guess, horses for courses. Pick the lime that best suits your recipe, that you want to, what you want to do with it. But that's lime. We're done. See ya. What do you want to do now?
Don't ask that question.
Well,
that's just us asking for trouble. What do you want to do now?
What do you want to do now? Where are we going next? What's now, Mom? Where are we going?
Don't make me come back there.
What did you say?
Don't make me come back there.
Yeah, right. I'll take your phone away. That'll get Zippy a lot in a minute.
Don't make me hurt you.
my daughter hung up on me, so she lost
next
it.
week. Zippy doesn't know this yet, so she's about to find out.
What?
Are we there yet, Mom? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No.
So next week, we're kind of going off the alphabet a little bit. We're going to do a little bit different. We're going to go over to VSO flavors and talk about some of the new flavors we've gotten from Shane with VSO. And
yeah, there's some
awesome
pearls.
and taste good.
Yeah.
So now you're going to make me work some more, aren't you?
Oh,
You're going to make me work
Stop
some more.
touching me. Oh my gosh, that's where Graham went.
Stop touching me. Yeah.
he was lifting. He's going to lift his berries.
Oh yeah, that cherry. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Cherry?
Yeah, from VSO.
And so now you're going to make me do some work this week.
Well, you got to do a little homework or it's not fun.
That's not my kind of fun homework.
I'm not sure.
Doggo, you fell asleep. Are you for real?
But I mean, Addie, that's somewhere where you've got to be very careful. Graham can touch me. That he will take that lift.
Addie, I think you've been on vacation too long.
He's not on vacation. He's retired.
Permanent.
I know.
Permanent
That's what I
vacation.
meant by vacation.
I think Graham hacked his account.
Yeah.
Now he's over there touching him.
But,
He might steal your toilet paper soon, so be careful. Lock it up.
Watch out.
Everybody, lock your toilet paper up.
I can see it where there's going to be guys standing on corners selling toilet
yeah.
roll. Like, yeah, I got 10 rolls, mate. How much do you want?
Yeah, Ronnie, I know, right? You guys have been boring the shit out of me, so I fell asleep. Nice.
Nice doggo.
Sorry, Fiddy. If you came on, mate, we'd keep you awake because you've been promising now for
I know, the bathtub scene and everything. He's been
for quite some time, and yet here we are sitting waiting for Fiddy to get into the chat, and he's just let us down every time. We'll have to start
Doggo and
really
no show.
and just sending him invites just randomly at like 3
send him an
a.m.
invite. He wants to go.
See, Addie has 2-ply toilet paper. Oh my gosh.
2-ply. That's the cheap shit. I got the 4-ply.
I
Oh,
was going
I'm
to
funny
say
about that
in
stuff too.
in these days, 2-ply, that just, mate, you can't be a fixed income guy with 2-ply toilet paper.
So
No, you gotta have the 4-ply.
I did not hear you talk about medicine flower lime. Is that a flavor?
It is. I have it, but I haven't tested it at all. So I
So
picked it up
sorry,
from the
Fidalgo,
trail.
can you tell us about that?
And he's not going to for a while until after I do my shopping.
Until after
I do my shopping. He's
Oh,
not
okay.
adding any more medicine flower to the list.
I gotcha.
He's already got me buying a few of them.
Yeah, he's good at that stuff.
I know he is. I'm supposed to be the squirrel, and yet I'm the one getting squirreled. Not right.
So it's a very powerful lime, same as the MF lemon, is it, Fiddy? Because that's one that I got in their big sale, but just haven't got into testing it yet.
Excuses.
No time. No time.
I
Too
know.
busy.
I know. I've just been lounging around here playing games on my telephone and making Zippy's phone go.
Oh my God, I found a new game and it is so stupid, like mindless. Well, it's not mindless, but it is.
Something
It's
to do with
mindless.
toilet paper?
No.
We could do an Android game for going and buying toilet paper.
It's called 2048. Has anybody played that?
No, never even heard of it.
Number twos pop up on your screen, and you flick them to make fours, and then the fours together to make 8, and the 8s together. So
oh God, no! I don't play with numbers.
And then eventually, you're supposed to end up with 2048, and as many 2048s as you can get, and until you run out of rooms. You know, it's like there's only so many squares on the page.
Oh.
And if you run out of squares, and there's still twos coming in, you can't match any of the 2s and the 4s and the 8s to make another like 16 or whatever, then you lost. So, and if you didn't get a 2048, you're screwed. You're just stupid.
That happens.
Yeah, a lot.
And
so when I want a mindless game, I've just played 2048 and just zone out.
Why not? Why not? And we're back to medicine flower price. Yeah, it's tough buy-in. It's a hard pill to swallow. But if you go and get a few of their flavors, you will understand.
But you don't. What's the highest percent you would use the medicine flower at?
It depends. There are a few which are probably not economical to buy. Like I love their strawberry. I really do love their strawberry, but it is one of theirs that is not super strong. So, you know, when you're forking out that sort of money for a flavor that you have to use around 1.1%, it's not an economical buy unless it is an exceptional taste, and it is an exceptional taste. So you are actually paying for the taste, not the strength, so to speak.
There's my first one.
But there are those that are super duper strong, and you know you're using them quite low. And MF Wild Raspberry is one of those.
Yeah, that's the one I really want. Strawberry, I'm not like. I mean, I got the Alpine strawberry, which I balked at for years because I thought I'm not paying that for a strawberry, you know, because I'm not really a huge strawberry fan. Now the raspberry, I wouldn't think twice on the medicine flower wild raspberry because that's my favorite, but the strawberries.
And I agree with what Fiddy says too. The RFC is just as good. You use the real flavors a little bit higher, but you know it's the MF is a fantastic strawberry, but it is one of their weaker flavors. So.
Yeah. Real flavors strawberry is really good. Like I like the real flavor strawberry. And I'll just go off a little bit. Another strawberry that a lot of people don't use or even talk about is TFA organic strawberry. That is actually to me a realistic strawberry. But a lot of people don't even know it exists.
When it comes to MF, do your research. Like, really do your research, because you are forking out quite a considerable sum of money. And they're like every flavor house. They have their absolute stars, and they have a couple that miss the mark. And when I say miss the mark, I'm not saying they taste terrible. All I'm saying is that they are not as powerful, or, you know, they're not an economical buy. If you're getting a flavor that you use at 0.1% and you're paying $21 US for 15 mil, then that's an economical buy. If you're paying $21 for a flavor for 15 mil and you have to use it at 1%, that's not so economical. So ELR is your friend when you're researching. Have a look. There's a couple of people that are really spot on with their MF reviews. Pro Vapes has been using MF for a long time. Have a look at some of the things that he says about them, and I would go off what he says, because he's generally pretty spot on with his assessment on the flavor.
I'm going to answer Michael's question here. The real flavors, they haven't actually started a lot of the. They have a lot of the flavors. Some are going to be reformulated. I don't know which ones yet. I am going to be getting a master list from Amanda at DIY Juice, but a lot of some of the flavors, Simon has a list of the ones that have been cut, like that will not be coming back. But as far as most of the ones on the site on DIY Juice are sticking around. Some may get reformulated, but I can't tell you which ones yet until they're just moving. Once they get moved, then I will. When she gets organized, I'll be getting a list, so I'll pass that around when I get it. So.
Awesome.
So, the ones that are discontinued, I've mentioned it before on the show. If you do a search on ELR and the forums there for real flavors slimming down the line, there's the recipes for the discontinued ones, the ones that won't be showing up again. So, and most of them you can make from the base flavors. So, but there's a couple there that if the base flavor doesn't come back, then obviously you're not going to be able to make that. But there are in that list, there are a few which are really, really good flavors. Or really good combinations of their base flavors. So hopefully they don't get too changed, and hopefully DIY EJ when they do fire up the manufacturing are more consistent.
I'm really hoping that a lot of the really good ones don't get reformulated. Like
Oh, look, I mean, I'd say the most popular ones they're not going to touch.
No, like I know our favorite, the aged bourbon and the bourbon, and those aren't being touched whatsoever. Yeah. And I don't think she's touching the strawberry either, she said, but I don't know what other ones yet.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you. I appreciate that. Pop your cherry. I'm excited. You see that in the chat. He said it. I get to pop his cherry.
Yep. But we'll gladly have you on, Fiddy. Shoot the shit. So long as we can sort out any technical issues on the fly, which shouldn't be too much of drama. Now you will have noticed, people will have noticed that the Nightbot has he's back on board, and he didn't apologise to Addy Tooney for timing him out last show. But
I know I didn't.
Bad bot.
But I found the settings to go in, like put Nightbot into like a calmer state. So that's how
he was a little bit over the top.
Yeah, he was a little wired.
He had attitude. Attitude is what he had.
Yeah.
Or no, let me rephrase that. Attitude.
But some of the links that are in chat are not actually right, but they will get you to the site. They'll get you to see Sharon on the couch eating cornflakes. So
no, I fixed it. Hold on.
You did that?
Yeah, let me put it in. I hope I put it. Yeah. Click on the link. It should be right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
See, I'm on it.
You are all over it, Tam. Good job.
Thanks.
And in the next couple of weeks, we'll have some big news, I think, coming from our one-shots in regards to availability and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that little announcement. It'll be kind of exciting, and it'll open up availability to a lot of people. So it's a good thing.
Yes.
Exciting.
And I don't know if a lot of you people are in DIY e-juice recipes. You might want to watch that on Saturday because Zippy's going to have some fun, and there'll be some free stuff going out.
Competition, I'm hearing competition. Am I right?
Yes, competition.
Competition.
Yes.
Yeah, so watch that. Get on the chance for a freebie or two. That's a good
Yes, or 3.
Oh, yeah, and maybe something else as well.
Yes. DIY e-juice recipes. Yes, Michael Morris. It's a Facebook group. You'll have to sign up to get in there.
You got
Did
the
I?
link to those
Do I
there?
It's
have
kind of run by ELR, sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, Lars is a mod there. I'll put the link.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about. Okay, if you
I
got
think
the
that's
link,
the one, isn't it? That's the right link, isn't it? 33,900.
I'll look right now. I'll tell you if it's the right one. Maybe, if my phone behaves. Yes, you got the right one.
Oh.
Yes. Very good.
And if you just a fun thing, if you're interested, go to Flavora's website and download their new Mastering the Art of DIY Vapor. They have their new V2 book with
Ooh.
recipes.
Yes, I need that book.
You can download it, digital version, or you can buy the book from them, and it's got some really good recipes in it.
Tam's got a bunch of recipes in
and I
there.
believe you feature heavily in that there, Tam.
Yes, I am
Really good
in it.
recipes there.
I do have some good recipes. Not that I mean, yeah, I do have some nice recipes.
They are good
And
recipes.
people, if you send Tam a $10 PayPal, she'll send you an autographed copy back.
You are so full of crap. I'll sign it for
Call
her.
it merchandise, but it'll be autographed, personally autographed to you from Tam. So you're gonna get all these emails now, Tam. Can I have an autographed copy?
Oh yes. Put her email up and they can just flood her. She can sit on her.
Good idea. Good idea. I could actually say you can get in contact with Tam by using the contact form on DIY
yes.
Flavor Chaser.
Yes, you could do that.
Yeah.
Your phone will vibrate. Just make sure you put it on full vibration. More fun that way.
But yeah, guys, look, I mean, with the one shots on Flavor Chaser, on DIY Flavor Chaser, there are a lot of unique recipes there, and a lot of them use concentrates that are not so easy to get, and it's driving Zippy a bit nuts, I know that. But there are, if you ever wanted to try a few concentrates without buying everything for a recipe, it's all done for you. So you can splash a little bit of cash and get a fully functioning recipe done in no time whatsoever.
And you can also use the calculator on the site to calculate how to use it.
You can, and there will be a couple of changes to that. I was thinking of adding drops to it.
No, no, you were not. Oh my gosh.
Yes, he was. He said I should have. He said to me, should have put it in drops.
All right. It's 8:37. Let's wrap this up. We will see you.
With toilet paper? With
Bye,
toilet-
Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Hoard your toilet paper.
Hoard your toilet
at a
paper.
time.
Yes.
Put lime in your Corona beer.
Yes.
And-
The
And
perfect
go
is-
check out DIY Flavor Chaser.
2 or 3 drops in of Flavora lime in a Corona is the perfect amount. There you go.
Wait, Fidalgo, what do you mean wait? Pipettes are, how many drops of a pipette? That's what Addie Tuna, yes.
Depends on on which pipette you have. Like if you have the disposable ones, I haven't measured a drop yet. I'll need to get my 3 decimal place scales before I do that.
So yeah, thanks guys for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I missed everybody. I'm glad to be back in the groove and hanging out. So we'll see you next week. We're gonna go over VSO. So talk to you later. Have a good one.
Cheers, guys.
Bye,
Bye now.
Felicia.
Thanks for joining us. Bye, Felicia. See you in the pool.